Good deal. Hello, hello, hello. There you are. You're looking at Lisa Sasevich, and we want to welcome you to Careers from the Kitchen Table, the show that teaches you how to cook without the cooking, giving you some good old home recipes for your business success. And if you're just joining me, hey, I'm Raven, the talk show Maven, the founder of Amazing Women of Power, World Leading Positive Programming Network, and crowned by my listeners as the Queen of Blab, and I have the Queen of Sales Conversion right here. Hey.
Awesome.
So I'm so glad to be here with my mentor, my friend, and wow, this is an all-around awesome gal that has really helped me make a quantum leap in my business. And you know me, I love to feature and bring to you the people that help me make that transition in my life, the people that, just really from the heart just help me. And they were honest. They were like, hey, you got to stop doing this and you got to start doing this. And that's Alex Mendozian, which we had him on a couple months ago, and Lisa Sasevich. And I call them my number one male and number one female mentors, the greatest mentors of all time. So thank you for being here, Lisa. Let me tell you about this wonderful lady, and then we're going to get this interview started, because we're going to be talking about boosting sales using irresistible offers. Now, if you are someone like me that, your business, 90%, you're going out getting new clients. You're making deals. You're wheeling and dealing. But you don't want to be salesy. You don't want to be salesy. This is the lady to listen to for sure. So let me tell you about her. Her name is Lisa Sasevich. She's the author of Irresistible Clothes and Live Sassy Formula. Are you tired of being the best kept secret in your field? You know you are. You ready to come out the closet and let everybody know that you're the shining star who you are? Lisa Sasevich, well, she just helps you discover how to exponentially grow your speaking sales using irresistible offers. Yes, get massive results without being salesy. Maximize your profits. Did I say maximize? Maximize your profits. And today we're going to learn simple, no-cost things that you can do to instantly, doesn't that feel good? Let's say it together. Instantly, yes, double or triple your sales during live presentations and on the stage. This is where you can say, I like to say, ka-ching, 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 ching, ching. Yes, this is about making those six figures and more. Yeah! And she shows you how to really rock your talk without sounding salesy. So I'm here. Hey, if you sit and stand up, if you're standing, sit your butt down, because the queen of sales is here. Hey, Lisa, how you doing?
Wow, Raven, I don't think I've ever had so many cool props and so much enthusiasm as I get from you, all in one big, beautiful red bundle of love. So thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely. And from the queen to the queen.
I'm missing you around. In fact, Alex Mendoza and I are big fans of each other, and I love that you found both of us. And I remember about 3 years ago, maybe 4 now, when I first came out with our program called Six-Figure Teleseminar and Webinar Sales System, Alex came on an interview with me just like this, and we did the funnest. This was so fun. I shipped him a crown, and so he had one and I had one, the same one. And right on video, from his location, he handed me the crown. So you saw the crown go from him off the screen, and then I grabbed it over here and put it on my head, and he crowned me the new queen of the teleseminar.
I watched that.
And transitioned, he said, she's got new stuff, follow her. And
I know.
BFF ever since.
And I know. I watched that, and I remember thinking, Lisa can't wait to get that crown out, because you're like me. You're looking at this does not match my outfit or my Jimmy Choo shoes.
That's right. Well, usually the gold shoes, which, I primarily wear, gold, bronze, all that. So the crowns work really well with my outfits for the most part.
I said a lot about what you did and what you do, rather, but what I didn't share with the listeners, that you were honored as the Extraordinary Entrepreneur of the Year by Women Online Magazine. You're a recipient of the Covenant E-Women Network Foundation Champion Award for her generous fundraising, and ranked on the prestigious Inc. 500/5000 list of America's fastest growing private companies, not 1, but 2 years in a row. She's a queen of sales conversion. There's no doubt about that. And you teach top experts. I mean, my goodness, John Ashraf. I don't know, is Brian Tracy one of your clients?
Yes.
I know Alex Mendozian loves you.
Yes.
They've all learned from you. And many people like me, coaches, authors, speakers,
Yes.
small business owners, new, currently in existence. Maybe their business failed and they found you, and now they're reviving their business, and they know that they were doing their business what they were skilled with, but not what they were passionate about. And you kind of help people find that, don't you?
I do, and I think that our work, when we talk about the invisible close and the work that we do, as in close the sales invisibly, I like to think of it as the part that makes all the other activity that you're doing finally pay. Because from my perspective, as entrepreneurs, as experts, coaches, if you're out there spreading the word about what you do, you're being interviewed, you've got your blog, you're on Periscope, you're doing your podcast, you're on Facebook, all those things. We can call all of that lead generation, right? Or attracting the right ideal client. That's what we're hoping to do with all of that. And that is the stuff that takes the most time, costs the most money, right? And we need to do it. It's really important. We got to bring those people in. But if you're doing all that and you don't have what I call a sales conversion machine, you don't have a way to take those prospective new clients and make your irresistible offer and turn them into paying clients, so you can not just, not just inspire them, right? But not just inform them, but actually transform their lives with your work. That starts when they, get out the credit card. Really, you're doing all that work, you're making a lot of motion, you're out there in the market, you're getting known, but you're not making money. And if you're not making money, you're not getting the affirmation for the difference you're making, and you're not going to be able to keep making that difference very long. So, Raven, when we met, you were doing that. You were all...
I sure was. I was talking up a storm, but wasn't making any money.
You had interviews with, the top of the top of the top. I mean, I remember going to your website and saying, she's interviewed everybody. And then when you and I got down to some girlfriend talk, it was like, why is this not paying? And it's generous of you to share it because you're in such a different place now, right? But it's generous of you to share it because there's so many people like that out there that are on the stages, and they've got the awards, and they got a big Facebook following, and you know what? They're not making their irresistible offer. And so I really believe that all transformation, any big change, any big difference you want to make in the world or for your clients, it always is preceded by a decision. And so it's our job to be able to give our prospective clients what they need to make a decision. If you can't,
absolutely,
it's a lot of PR, but you're not actually getting to do the work that your heart wants to do with people.
And it's all about, we're heart-centered entrepreneurs. We want to get our message out from our heart, that heart message. I'm so glad I met you, because after I met you, instead of me just doing careers from the kitchen table, I flipped that show to being Rock Your Interview Talk.
Yes.
To cash. So I had my two cool glasses, my rocking it and my cash, to keep me in mind, because it had to be about the money. Yeah. And I think sometimes starting out, we feel guilty about making money.
Yeah.
Is that true, Lisa?
Well, you know what it is. You said it had to be about the money, but I know that what you're saying is, because we're so like-minded in this, is, we want to make the difference. We want to make it so bad we'd give it away. But the problem is, when you only give it away, you're not attracting people that are getting that chance to step up, to say yes, to commit at a high level, to stretch, to go for it. And when people don't get that chance, when you don't give people that chance to do that, then they don't get that transformation or that change. So the money is a reflection, really, the level at which people are stepping up with your work, the level at which you can work with them. And yes, there's shame, there's embarrassment, there's all kinds of negative stories associated with making your offer, with sales. So, my invitation today is to transform that, to think of it as making your invitation.
Ooh, I like that.
You want to make a difference in the world. The biggest difference you make is make your invitation over and over and over, and grab those people that step up and say yes, and serve them at the highest level. Not
step up and say yes. I love it when you say that. I guess that's giving ourselves permission to succeed, and that it's okay to get out there and do what we love. and get paid for what we love without having any guilt or any shame about it. But just don't make it all salesy, which is bringing me to why they call you the queen of sales conversion. Let's talk about that and really elaborate exactly what that means.
Well, the thing that makes us feel salesy, number one, I have to acknowledge that it is so different to sell your own, to make an offer, to sell your own service, your own expertise, than to do it for someone else. I mean, I sold millions of dollars for big companies like Pfizer, Hewlett-Packard. I thought, you know what, why am I making other people rich? I'm going to go do this for myself, like many of you. But then we get out there, and for the first time, we're making that offer for our own work. And let me tell you, I remember the first time I got out there in front of a small group of about 30 women entrepreneurs. It was in Santa Monica, California. I thought, I got this. First time I went to make an offer for my own work, my hands were shaking. I was tongue-tied. I was sweating. I had sweat rings down to here, Keep my hands down, you could still see. I realized it is a totally different ballgame, because when you make an offer, an invitation for someone to work with you or to come into your office, it feels so personal. If they say yes or no, it feels like it's going to be a personal acceptance or decline. And the thing we have to remember is that it's not. They're not saying yes or no to you. They're actually saying yes or no to themselves, to their own transformation. And so sales conversion it's really the number of people that say yes to your invitation. And here's why I love it. Here's why I think you have to focus on sales conversion first. Because if you're out there talking to 10 people, Raven, maybe you're talking to 10 people one-on-one, or maybe you got 10 people listening right now, right? You got a lot more. So this is just an example. Now, if you're talking to 10 people, whether you're coming in your office or they're listening in a group. And
they're the 10 right people.
The 10 people, just 10 people. And 3 of them say, yes, I want to work with you. Then that would be, 3 out of 10, a 30% sales conversion, also known as a closing ratio. But what you've learned is that when you use our structures, you can do the same thing, talk to the same 10 people. It didn't take you any extra time, any extra money, but you structure what you're doing differently. You pour your work into our structure, and all of a sudden now you did the same amount of work, same amount of time. You still did your hair. You put your pants on one leg at a time. But now, what if you had 7 out of 10 people saying yes to your offer, right? You didn't do anything different but change the structure of that sales conversion, that conversation, that presentation, and instead of 3 out of 10, you get 7 out of 10. You're over doubling your impact, over doubling your income, and it was really just about putting in the markers, putting in the pieces to make sure that you don't need to be pushy or salesy, because you've got a structure that's going to do it for you. You get to,
and you said keyword structure. Yes.
The structure is what gives you the freedom to be yourself, to be authentic, to be present. Just hit the markers. Just make sure you've got the structure included. And we don't need a script. We don't need to be, memorizing things. There's just some structural things that we need to be responsible for as entrepreneurs to give our prospective clients what they need to be able to say yes on the spot. If you don't give them what they need, they cannot step up and say yes, and you now turn into that follow-up machine, following up to ad nauseum, another email, pushy, salesy, nudgy, yuck.
That they don't want.
They don't want. You don't want it, right? No one wants to be
that.
We don't.
And they don't stay. They don't stick and stay.
No, and you feel bad, you're like, I had I could have helped that person, and I backed up the dump truck on them and gave them too much, and they ran away, right? That we've all done it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, what I love about you, Lisa, is you definitely can tell that this is your passion, and you can feel your passion. You're almost like jumping out your seat like a little kid,
Like you.
Absolutely. So why are you so passionate about this particular topic? Is there a story behind this?
Well, I think for me that the big thing is that, I led a double life for a long time. I mean, I worked in corporate for my money, 9 to 5. And then, nights and weekends, I would go to personal development seminars and, learn about relationships and about myself and about business. And, I finally came to a place where I was like, I don't want to live a double life. I want to do what I'm passionate about all the time. And I know that's why we're all here together with you. So, to be able to do that, it was really a matter of being able to figure out, what do I have to offer? And all of you listening, participating today, you've got something to offer. That's
the good news.
You will be here.
Yay!
talking to us if you didn't. So
Right. Absolutely.
how do you articulate it in a way that the people who need you, they're jumping forward out of their seat, and then how do you make that offer? And that's really what we teach, and what we do is empowering you to be able to say your offer in the way that people will really get it. Your ideal clients will really get it. We don't need everyone to get it. It's like a dog whistle, we only need the dogs to hear it. So, how do you articulate it, and then how do you structure making that offer so that it's irresistible, so that your ideal client is thanking you. Thank you for making me that offer. I was planning to get that laser facelift, and the fact that you're giving me free hair removal if I did today, that saved me $600. I probably would have spent down the line. That's how it might sound in a doctor's laser clinic, for example.
Absolutely. Well, the thing about an irresistible offer is just that. It's irresistible.
Right.
They can't help but to say yes, and nobody shows people how to create that better than you. So what is an irresistible offer in your definition? And here's the thing that I always hear from everybody. I'm guilty of it myself at first. Is it going to work for my business? You know that song you always do on stage, Lisa?
You prompted me to sing here today.
Yeah, prompted you.
All right. I get
Showtime.
the cue. Well, an offer. Let's just start with the offer before we make it irresistible. The offer is really a simple equation of two things. There's the transformation that you provide. What is that difference or that outcome that you provide? And then how do you deliver it? Are you doing it through one-on-one coaching calls? Do people have to come to your 3-day workshop? Is it in an ebook? Do they come in your office for 6 months, 1 week at a time? How do you deliver it? So it's the transformation that you provide coupled with how you provide it. That's your offer. Each one of us has something to offer. It's a transformation or an outcome that we provide coupled with how we provide it. And I'd say that the easiest way, well, think of this. Think of 90-10. We've heard of the 90-10 principle for a lot of different things. I want to use it in a new way. When you're making your offer, if you can make this one shift, it changes everything. Focus your energy 90% on the transformation, the outcome, the difference that you make. Use your words all about that. Paint the picture. Use it in your copy. And only 10% in how you do it. Yes, you got to come to my office.
Okay.
Yes, it's all going to happen online. Yes, you can come to our seminar. And I think one of the big mistakes that we make as experts, as entrepreneurs, is that we start to get into making our offer, and for some reason we switch that ratio. I mean, and even the best in the business do it. We'll all of a sudden we focus all our energy on how we get the job done. Well, you'll come to my office and you'll park over here, and they're 50-minute sessions, and Gloria will give you a peek.
We'll spend 8 hours together.
Oh yeah, and then we can do an 8-hour day, and and instead of, what, you're going to come to my office. And we're going to work together and to show you exactly how to put an irresistible offer together that your clients thank you for. You're going to feel so confident and ready. Your colleagues are going to wonder, how did you get so good? And your spouse they're not going to mind that you were gone for 2 days speaking when you come home with that bounty of all those new clients, right? And 6 figures from the stage. And by the way, you've got to come to San Diego, and they're about 6 hours to do it. See how it's like 90% the vision, 10% the how you deliver it. And most of us are flipping that, a lot of it because we put so much time in delivery. We spent 3 years writing that ebook, or we spent 37 hours recording those interviews, and so we end up getting all hung up on that. We want the credit, but the truth is that your ideal client doesn't really care what it took you to build it. They want the outcome.
They want the outcome.
So
that transformation.
Here's a little kind of like a line, a saying that can just capture everything I said. If you're going to remember one thing, they're buying the destination, not the plane.
Yes. I love that. I love that.
Not the plane. So stop selling the plane. Paint the picture of the destination. Yes, we need to tell them they're getting there on a plane, but the scope of work, the service delivery, it's a small piece of what they want. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what about this won't work for my business?
Yeah.
Dun-dun-dun-dun, drum roll. 1, 2, 3.
All right. Well, like you said, I just want to say, some of the names you mentioned, right? Like in the personal development world, we've got people like John Assarath that are our clients. In the business development, Brian Tracy. In the health and wellness, the biggest names use our systems. JJ Virgin, Tana Amon, the brain doctor, and his wife. online marketing. Jeff Walker's a client. Frank Kern's a client. I mean, so whatever space you're in, we've got people taking our work into corporate, and those meetings that used to have to happen where they couldn't get back to you with a decision for 6 months. If you follow our structure for making an irresistible offer, it will sound something like, great, no problem. And listen, if you guys happen to get together on this by Friday, I won't have booked my ticket out your way to Chicago. So if you get together, by Friday, you get back to me with your decision, we get a little deposit down, I will stay an extra half day and I'll train your staff complimentary. Now that's usually an extra $5,000, but I know you were planning to not talk about this till next month, but if you can get it figured out by Friday, just get in touch with me, and I'll be happy to add that on. And you will be shocked, even in the corporate world, how much red tape gets crossed over, how much, those purchase orders come flying out of the back in 2 days instead of 6 months. So, in office practice, really across the board. And one of the biggest ways that people kind of rip themselves off from the value that you can get from listening here, is they tell themselves, well, my clients are different. I speak in spiritual centers, or I'm healing, people from cancer, or we've got clients healing people from MS, symptom-free for 25 years. And so they say, it won't work for me. I sell to movie stars. I sell to government. And I need to tell you, do not allow yourself to miss the opportunity of today, because that little voice is telling you that your clients are different. I had this so many times, so many people that almost missed the boat, that Raven is prompting me to share a song. This will show you how long we've known each other. A song that I wrote when my son, who's now 12, was in my arms, still a little baby. I wrote a song, you'll recognize the jingle, to help you if you get into that cycle of the misbelief that your clients are different. Your clients are not different. We have clients in 134 countries, millions of dollars of sales to thousands of people who are using irresistible offers in their business. So here's the song. I'll do this to Raven. Me.
All right. Woo!
I'm a singer, but today I am. So you're singing the chorus, right, Raven? Okay. I'll prompt you. Okay. My clients are different. They're very special. E-I-E-I-O. That's the chorus. I can't make an offer. They're physicians. E-I-E-I-O. They're movie stars. They're spiritual. They're starving artists. They're millionaires. They're CEOs. My clients are different. They're very special. E-I-E-I-O. Love it. I never had that.
They're saying, oh, don't sing again, Raven. Stick to talking.
So when you start telling yourself, I can't make an offer, my space is different, my market is different. I mean, listen, I've got a gal doing $1 million quarters who is teaching tenured professors, minority professors, how to win tenure. She's in the top universities. I mean, she's in academia using irresistible offers. This can be mapped on to any situation. Do not opt yourself out of the teachings today because you think your market is different. No, not so much.
That's a big lesson.
You need to make irresistible offers, okay? All right.
Absolutely, she's always on time all the time. I just want to I love Lisa. I mean, you guys can see she's so real and so authentic. How can you not love her? I just want to share with you, she is not kidding. She is absolutely not kidding when she said some of the best of the people that are out there already making a great income have been able to tweak what they have and make themselves irresistible. Let me tell you this. Robert Allen, author of multiple New York Times bestsellers, says, she added a 0 to my income today just by watching her. Lisa Sasevich, watch that name, and whatever you do, be part of what she's doing. You're going to love it. And the reason I stopped, I had said, did he say that right? But you got to know Robert Allen. Yeah. He is making a lot of zeros already.
Yeah. I was blown away.
I'm thinking, okay, is this billion? I know he's already a millionaire. So is this billion or what? Kim and Sandra Yancey of eWomen Network say that without question, she is brilliant at teaching others how to leverage their unique gifts and qualities and convert them into a financial windfall. She is one authentic, heart-centered expert and delivers in spades. And Raven, Blair, Glover said,
Yes.
all that bag of chips and M&Ms on the side, Lisa Sasevich helped me turn my radio business into a thriving six-figure plus cash machine. Ka-ching, 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 ching, ching.
Yes.
Yeah. And
It.
thank you so much from the heart on that. So, Lisa, okay, we know now that we can't put out the excuse of who our clients are, because anybody will want our irresistible offer if we couple it up right, like you said. So that's very important, knowing that we couple it up right.
Yes.
Okay. And I know for a fact, and then we're going to get back into our questions,
Sure.
that you have something to kind of help them do that, don't you?
Yes.
Can you kind of share that with us, what we have today?
And you know, you can ask me anything. I mean, we've got a few things we cover today, but if your heart's going in a different direction, I'm following you, okay? So you just take us where you want to go. But I want to talk a little bit about irresistible offers and give you some tools to, it's like, great, Lisa, you convinced me I should be making them, but how? So we're going to talk about everything we can fit in the next 17 minutes, but anything we don't get to, I want to make sure that you have got right in your hand a gift from me that you can have the exact steps to take into your business and make your irresistible offer. So we put this together special for Raven and her peeps. That would be you. And what you would do is you would go to boostyoursalesbook.com
Boost Your Sales Book, okay.
.com/women of power. That's how you Raven. So that's right, Raven? boostyoursalesbook.com/women of power. And why would you want to go there? Well, first of all, I'm going to give you my best-selling book. I'm going to give you a download of a book that has hit the bestseller charts more than one time, that is literally something you can read in probably 45 to 60 minutes, that has the exact elements, the exact steps for making irresistible offers. And it's so ridiculously simple, you're going to be going like, duh. And sometimes it's painful, because you will see all these places where you left money, you stepped right over it, could have helped that person, should have helped that person. But the neat thing is you read it, it's in your brain, it's a fix. Like, you will be able to change that going forward. So there might be a moment of pain about some missed opportunities, but missed opportunities no more. Now, if you make sure to add not just boostyoursalesbook.com, but add the /women of power, you're also going to get a 90-minute training webinar that, just like this, I'll be walking you through the steps of making irresistible offers and showing you examples of people making irresistible offers on teleseminars. Maybe some of you like to do teleseminars. Maybe you're done traveling, you want to make your irresistible offers on webinars, or you're using videos, you'd like to position yourself and make those offers. Maybe you want to be on live stages or be doing live interviews. Irresistible offers have a place there too. So you will see a structure you can use in any situation. And then the second half of this small book, but powerful, is that you'll learn how to make the presentation that leads to the offer. The exact step, we call it the to sell talk, your signature talk. We'll show you the exact 5 steps to make the presentation that leads to the offer. So this is a gift, really from Raven, that she's, allowing me to pass through to you. boostyoursalesbook.com/women of power. All right?
Women of power. Absolutely. Absolutely. And you know what? Lisa, let me share this with you. She doesn't just take you by the hand. She breaks it down. She dissects it. She really works with you. And that's what I love about it. I don't care if it's through your books. I don't care if it's through a audio. I don't care if it's on a group call or in your mastermind like me. You're consistent with that. You're consistent. Of course, the higher level we invest, the more we get. But you're consistent from just your book and making it easy, breezy, and simple. Why is that, Lisa? You're not throwing in a lot of the, crazy language, the jargon and all that stuff. You keep it simple. Why is that?
Well, I'm a busy mommy. I started my business where my daughter was a newborn. My son was 3 years old. My then husband was becoming a heart surgeon, so he was in residency fellowship. We were moving all the time. And honestly, I believe in simple, the shortest line between 2 points. So, I'm not going to drive you all around the track when you can just get a result, going from A to B. And I think, one of the ways that we keep it simplest is the community that you're in. Our sales authenticity masterminds.
I'm proud to be in there.
The thing about Raven maybe is that she's sassy. She is not only
I'm a sassy. I'm a sassy.
Sassy.
I got my sassy chair over there. They don't see it with my cover that we got. Yeah, got it over here. Absolutely, and a whole library of everything. I followed Lisa for almost a year. Almost a year. Bought every book, every audio, everything. Every time I see her, I'm like, I'm going to be a sassy. I'm going to be a sassy. And it was just something that I was going for. That was the destination.
And
I
you
wanted to get there.
sassy because you brought your man along with you.
I sure
So
did.
things happened.
And my mastermind, because I started, there was like an army of four, remember?
Okay.
We started,
Yeah.
I got the mastermind by following you and doing those steps. And I made my first attempt, remember, $25,000 at my event. And I got four people to say yes to being in my mastermind, which was a lot less than it is now.
Yeah.
And I said, you know what? I want them to see me make that step.
Yes.
Because I knew that if they seen me, they invested in me, they needed to see me invest in you. I learned that from you as well. And they were so proud. It was so exciting for them to see that. And I wanted to introduce them to my mentor, which was you. We had a great time. We
honored.
partied.
You did. You brought him. You partied. You and your man.
Remember this?
I saw him kicking in. Oh,
Remember this?
look at that. I love that.
That's the picture. That's her
Yes.
sitting on my man's lap, and it was
Love
okay.
the tribe. I mean,
We had a good
you
time.
guys watching are already part of, Raven's world because you're here. And, there are opportunities, as you can see in the picture, to work more closely with her. And she, the thing that's special about you, Raven, is a lot of people out there have a mentor and they keep it hush hush. They don't want anybody to know, or they're scared that people go do business with my mentor instead of me.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? People that share the wealth, you bring
Mm-hmm.
people with you, and it makes
Yes.
more people, you stood out. People want to know what was going on. There was an energy there. More people were attracted to you. And this was a big lesson for me. And I think something, worth talking about for all of us, to just know that you are unique. You have something to offer. Raven has something. I have something. There's many
We're all
with
blessed. Mm-hmm.
both of us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sales version piece, but you need to be able to attract people. You need to have your show. You
Right.
need generation piece. So
I need to make money with my show.
chocolate and peanut butter, right? So, it's so nice when you can, find those relationships and promote those relationships that are complementary, to show your tribe. These are the steps I took. I mean, I do the same thing. I promote Allie Brown. She was the person that I registered for her mastermind. I made a stretch. I made a leap. It was scary. It was painful. I didn't know if it was going to work out, and it did work out. And here's the thing that you don't realize. We're all creating our story at every moment. When I said yes to that mastermind, and it was $100,000 that I am not from a wealthy family. We're in fellowship, residency, little babies, barely making our rent. I mean, I don't know how I said yes to that, and I'm still scratching my head on how I made it happen. But I broke out that year. My brain started thinking differently. Took big steps, like those of you who are working with Raven. And you know what? That's my story. I get that story forever. I made that story because I said yes, and I get to have that story, tell that story as much as I want for the rest of my life, and inspire other people with that story. And if there's one thing I could say to you, if you want to be out there making irresistible offers, is you want to create your own story about having said yes to an irresistible offer and having had it pay big for you. And I know so many of our mastermind members, they said yes to Sassy, and now they're out there and people are saying yes to their offer. And I'm not saying this some woo-woo,
It's true.
but I'm saying
It's true.
you cannot
It's
stand
true.
on a stage or get out there and ask someone to stretch and invest. I mean, you can, but if you want it to be effective, if you want to have power behind it, if you want it to be real and authentic and congruent, then you want to stand there having done it yourself, having walked in moccasins, having felt the sweat on your brow of having to tell your spouse or your accountant, until you've liquidated your IRA, I'm not recommending everybody do, but for some people it is the right thing to do.
Yeah.
You don't know what it's like to have somebody else go to the bank to do that. But the thing that I have come to see with all the investments out there, with all the things that I could do with the money that I've earned, the best investment time after time after time has been me. And I know it's the same for you, Raven. You have stretched, and every time you've invested in you, it's paid off. And I say that about other things that I've put money into that I have less control over. But you have control over your actions. I have, we have some degree of control, right? I mean, we're always in the scheme of the other team. But I believe if our place, we're actions are being congruent with what we're asking other people to do, then example, I'm an example, the people in our communities are creating their stories to be an example of that. Yes or no, that is a pivotal choice. And I'm not saying you need to say yes all the time, but just know that with each yes, with each no, you are creating that.
Absolutely. It gets gooder, the story gets
Good.
my year of being my people in my mastermind are going into their third and fourth year. You see what I'm saying? So it's not expectantly, but they do. When they see you, yeah, and they don't even have to either introduce us to the people that you're learning from.
Yep.
And they know, okay, I struggled in this area. You know, I'm like, hey, in your head, don't you?
Is you want to be known, you want to have your show, you want to touch people all over the world. And people ask me, like, how did you show up on the scene out of nowhere